I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to finish up with some core work, crunches, etc. Then some foam rolling and stretching. Hope to work this hip out so it's not bothering me. Hope to see you next time. Have a great day. So for the backward run, I have a couple markers in the room so I kind of know where I am so I don't run into the back wall. And I don't go particularly fast. So we'll start on this action interval. There's one. 2. 3. 4. Okay, so I switched to a lighter pair of dumbbells. We're going to do some shoulder exercises, starting with a lat raise. So palms together at the bottom. Bring your elbows, let your elbows lead. Again, no higher than horizontal. You can always modify it by going less high or just using the weight of your arms. You want to hinge forward, and let's do a dumbbell kickback. Two more. I want you to pause at the top and just do pulses towards the ceiling. Okay. Now, hold your weights at your side and rise up on your toes in a calf raise. And if you, let me change the angle. Try and rock back, lifting your toes. Again, this may challenge your balance. You can always have a chair or the wall for support. This is strengthening the front of the calf, the tibialis anterior muscle, which has a tendency to get kind of weak. Okay. I'm going to grab another medicine ball. And we're going to do some rotation throws against the wall. So stand perpendicular to the wall, rotate back. You can let your toes come up. It's natural. Switch sides. That's good. For last action interval, I'm going to run forward and then walk backwards. If you've been looking online at all, a lot of people are touting the benefits to backward walking or running. Make sure you do this in a safe space or on a treadmill so you don't step in a pothole, fall down, get hit by a truck or anything else like that. So grab a medicine ball that doesn't bounce, and you're all familiar with the slam, medicine ball slam. Well, this one we'll do with a lunge move. You want to slam the ball over the front leg. So you lunge and slam. Pick up the ball, lunge and slam. Modification, use a lighter medicine ball, or just body weight and rotate your trunk at the top. Slow the pace. For progression, heavier ball, faster pace. One more each side. Catch your breath. I'll be right back. So, I'm going to go to a box squat. I have a platform which, when I sit on it, puts my knees right at about 90 degrees, which is where I want to end the down portion of my squat. Go ahead and do. You want to keep your back in neutral. Head up. Okay. What's nice with doing the box squat is, if you lose your balance like I did, is you have something to catch you before you fall all the way to the floor. Good idea. Next, I'm going to grab my medicine ball. And this time, I'm going to do a goblet squat with my legs farther apart. Hold this up at chest high. And try and keep the weight pretty much up and down vertical. Okay, we can set that down. I'm going to grab my dumbbells again. This is a Romanian deadlift, or straight leg deadlift. Put your weights in front of your thighs, hinge your hips back, and let the weights drop to about mid-calf. Again, keep your back in neutral, don't round forward. Engage your core and your buttocks, stand up. Okay, set those down, take a little break, get some water, and we'll move on to our next action interval. As you catch the ball, you want to quickly go back into your squat to minimize the stress on your shoulders. In the squat. Take a little break, come back for another strength interval. For this, I'm going to start with a modified wall ball. So grab a dumbbell, stand maybe a yard or so away from the wall. You're going to squat down and throw it up to about 10 feet. On the modification, I let it drop to the floor. Squat, push. For the progression, you want to catch the ball. I'm going to switch over to a different medicine ball for that one. Before we start, make sure you have access to water and a towel. And let's do a light warm-up, starting with some arm circles. Again, you can always lower the position of your arms as a modification, or bring them up towards horizontal. You want to think about what your shoulder blades are doing. You want to pull them down and together on your back, and bring your chest forward. Let's reverse. And then palms up. And reverse. And trunk rotations. We're going to do some exercises today that target these rotation type motions, which are part of what the core does, also to improve function in your everyday activity. Okay, I'm going to start off using some bands. You have to do a lat pull, so you hinge forward at your hips and pull the weight of the band down towards your chest. And let's do 2 more. The variation on that is a straight arm pull. You can do this standing. Take the band and just pull back. You can wrap this way. And let's do 2 more. I'm going to switch to dumbbells and do an upright row. Again, you want to engage your core. Focus on keeping your shoulder blades down. This is all to protect your rotator cuff and the shoulders. And rotate them, and we can do alternating curls. Okay, take a little break, get some water. We should be pretty warmed up and ready for our first action interval. Welcome to this edition of Silver Sneakers Boom Muscle. We're going to try a fairly high intensity workout today. If you've been following me, you know I'm recovering from some health issues, atrial fibrillation, some nocturnal hypoxia. Well, those both seem to be improving. I'm back into sinus rhythm and have to take supplemental oxygen at night, but that doesn't seem to be much of a problem. However, my left hip arthritis is acting up, so you might notice a bit of a limp in some of my aerobic activities. As far as I have a pair of dumbbells, a medicine ball, a couple of bands, and an area to run or do other aerobic exercise.